Hello, I'm Will. Welcome to the Tesla Jigsaw. This is gigantic news for the auto industry. For the very first time, a pure electric car, the Tesla Model Y, is the world's best-selling car. And good grief is it well deserved of that title. It ticks more boxes than a box of ticks. And these sales figures show that savvy consumers are clearly doing their homework and concluding that the Model Y is the best all-round car for the price. With the base model having 283 miles of range, a 0 to 60 in 6.6 seconds, a spacious cabin, loads of storage space and a software interface that is years ahead of any competitors, the Model Y offers amazing value for money when considering it starts at just under £45,000. Now yes, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
But compare it to other electric cars and it's pretty reasonable. I'll show you on this thing that I've made. Here's my list of similar sized base models from the most prominent car companies. Go for higher specs on all these cars to get bigger batteries, more range and better performance. And there are of course hundreds of other electric vehicles available now at different price points. But there sits the Model Y at a price well below its obvious competitors. It's no wonder it's doing so well when you get so much more for your money. And here's a look at the current stats for the UK Model Y variants. The long range is £52,990, has a 351 mile range, 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds and has the same dual motor all-wheel drive system as the performance model, which hits 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds, which is hypercar territory. This ludicrous performance puts Tesla's powertrain in a league of its own. Range is still an impressive 319 miles. I don't believe there is an electric car for under £60,000 that can beat the Model Y's performance and range. I challenge you, try and find me one. And even if they were a contender, I highly doubt it would be as profitable as a Tesla. So why is the Y winning? Sports utility vehicles, or SUVs, are the most popular cars of the moment. With a taller ride height, crazy performance and a very low centre of gravity, the Tesla Model Y is totally uncompromised. It has superb handling and stability which keeps you properly planted, even on the wiggliest of roads. Teslas simply provide better all-round value. They have industry-leading efficiencies from their batteries, which means they are cheaper to run and have better performance for the size of their battery packs. Tesla's supercharger network can boost your range by up to 180 miles in just 15 minutes. The amazing Tesla app allows you to control loads of the car's functions from your phone, like defrosting it, preheat and cool your car, honk the horn, view the cameras from your phone, make it fart at passers-by, check the tyre pressure, track the location of the car and more. Inside, there are tons of games and features that other cars can only dream of. YouTube, Netflix, Sonic the Hedgehog, camp mode, dog mode. The super responsive 15-inch centre touchscreen display is nothing short of incredible and can only really be likened to an iPhone. Then there's the panoramic glass roof, an amazing sound system, futuristic technology like its autopilot driver assistance feature, and over-the-air updates which constantly update and improve features that make Teslas safer and more capable over time. And speaking of safety, the top 4 cars ever tested just so happen to come from Chinese manufacturers. Just kidding, they're death traps. It's Tesla. On a safety side note, I might be alone on this, but for me at least, safety is something I've come to realise I've overlooked somewhat in the past. I'm rather pleased I survived my motorcycling years and that my wife and I were never involved in a head-on collision in the Volkswagen camper vans we used to hire. But since having kids, I've got this strange urge to stay alive and protect my offspring the best I can, and that includes driving us around in the safest car we can afford. This really was a massive consideration for me before we bought our Model 3 4 years ago. Understanding Tesla's priority of safety over everything else made it even more appealing. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Am I just weird? Don't answer that. Or is it just reaching your 40s and becoming the equivalent of a Volvo driver back in the day? Perhaps Tesla is the new Volvo and I'm the new old man. That's probably likely. Back to why the Y is winning. Could it be the supercharger network? Only Tesla has bothered building out its own dedicated worldwide supercharger network. If you do decide to go EV car shopping, wasting hours of your valuable life at dealerships and being robbed if you are not capable of haggling hard for the best price, do me a favour and ask any one of these dealerships why it is that over the past decade they've made no effort in building out their own charging infrastructure. It's almost as if they didn't really want to be selling electric cars in the first place because, there's barely anything in an EV to service or maintain or continue to rob you over in the future. These car companies no longer had a choice though. If they wanted to survive, they needed to go electric. This is the strangest conundrum for car companies because they still heavily rely on selling cars with engines to make profits. It's the dedicated electric car companies that are genuinely all in on an electric future. So the likes of Volkswagen, Mercedes, Toyota and others, whose future depends on continuing to sell ICE cars, will always have me suspicious that they'd much rather sell cars with engines to the, more naive customers. That was politely put, wasn't it? And if, like me, you would rather not waste hours of your life haggling at dealerships, you could buy a Tesla from your phone within minutes. And would you believe it, I've got a referral code for you to use, whereby we both receive credits to use as free supercharger miles or purchase software upgrades or actual products like roof bars, wall chargers, pet liners or even a bottle of Tesla Tequila.
I thought that was a lemon drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
Link in the description below. And I've never actually had a referral, so feel free to be my first. Back to why the Y is winning. Industry-leading software. Tesla is the only car company sending regular over-the-air updates to its fleet of cars, constantly updating them with improvements and features. Legacy car companies are not tech companies. They do not make their own software for their cars as Tesla does. They use third-party companies, which results in non-fully integrated systems where nothing works seamlessly together or can be changed or fixed in-house with ease. Given Tesla's 19-year experience of working out the software that runs not only the infotainment system, but Tesla's battery management, its charging capabilities, its app, and not forgetting the full self-driving software that will make all Teslas fully autonomous, possibly this year. Come on. The Volkswagen Group has dismissed all but one of the executive board members of its software division, Cariad, due to many car software projects being delayed. And if anybody has driven a Volkswagen electric car, you'll know firsthand how shocking the software is and just how far behind Volkswagen really is in the pursuit of becoming software savvy. This highlights the difficulties of trying to become a software company when all you really know is how to build engines and put catalogue car components together. This explains why every other car's software interface looks like it's from a Nintendo 64 in comparison to Tesla's. All other car companies are just beginning their journey into software as Tesla did 19 years ago. Model Y is the biggest threat to the auto industry. Tesla could still lower its prices by a significant amount and remain profitable. Remember, most car companies are losing money on each electric car they sell. It will take years for the likes of Ford, General Motors, Volkswagen and Chinese brands such as BYD, NIO and XPeng to reach anything other than a sliver of profitability from its EV offerings. And throughout that time and effort to drive down their cost, guess what Tesla will be doing? Driving down their manufacturing costs to extreme levels so as to offer the most compelling EVs for the least money possible. This shouldn't come as a big surprise when it is written down in Tesla's Secret Master Plan Part 1. But I've got a funny feeling it will shock the world when Teslas become far more affordable for a way more compelling product than anyone else can offer. The final nail in the coffin for traditional auto companies will be the upcoming Model 2 or whatever it's going to be blooming called, which might well be on the roads by the end of 2024 for just $25,000. Click the card in the corner if you'd like to learn more about that. Tesla has the pricing power to ruin traditional automakers. This should not be underestimated, however, it is massively overlooked. Predicting Model Y's success back in August 2022, Elon Musk announced during the annual shareholders meeting that the Model Y will become the best-selling new vehicle in the world by 2023. How could he have known? Perhaps by looking at the sales figures. As we can see from this chart, when the Model Y was released, it was pretty obvious that the Tesla SUV was going to be a massive hit. For those wanting a little more space than a Model 3, a hatchback rather than a saloon, a cheaper alternative to the Model X, and of course the ever popular SUV style, it was pretty obvious that Tesla knew damn well that the world's best-selling car would have to be one that ticked all boxes and had no compromises. Those who keep dismissing Elon Musk's ambitious goals will eventually be proved wrong time and time again. It's those who are paying close attention to Tesla, following the breadcrumbs of successful achievements and goals met, that are able to put two and two together, see the future and recognise the opportunity involved in what others are clearly missing. It seemed obvious to me that the Model Y would be crowned king of cars at some point this year, just as I can predict a few other things like Tesla will become the largest and most profitable company in the world before the decade's end. I predict Tesla will become the largest manufacturer of vehicles by 2027. overtaking Toyota, who have most certainly now reached their 10 million vehicles a year peak and will start to collapse. Tesla is a leading AI and robotics company. It will shock the world and the labour market with future Tesla bots. Self-driving cars, the autonomous robotaxis, will soon be awakened, which, like everything else in this list, is a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. And of course, I could go on all day and talk about Tesla's energy storage solutions, auto-bidder software, batteries, the Semi, Cybertruck, solar roofs, upcoming heat pumps and other future products. The point here is the future belongs to Tesla. No one can out-engineer them or manufacture cars at the same cost and profitability as Tesla. Tesla owns the world's largest supercharger network, plus the world's largest fleet of electric cars that can be updated and improved in an instant. No one else is taking safety as seriously as Tesla. They are not only the safest cars ever tested, but also have the best active safety features to prevent accidents altogether. No other company has the profit margins, the world's best talent, the capabilities, the finances, the real-world data collected from its vehicles, the industry-leading manufacturing capabilities such as the Gigapress, the Octovalve heat pump, the next-generation unboxed process of building its cars, which will halve the manufacturing cost. Tesla has already won not only the decade, but I believe the century. Some might call this the financial opportunity of a lifetime, to have the foresight to invest in a company which has already single-handedly changed the world for the better, performed nothing short of a miracle in surviving their past and becoming world leaders in the auto industry, and will continue to dominate in so many ways in the future. A real possibility is I might be crazy. I'm certainly not usually the smartest person in the room, so don't blindly follow my advice, and this certainly isn't financial advice, but I'm letting you know that I'm taking every opportunity to buy Tesla stock to not only secure my financial future, but to actively support a company that I truly believe is and will continue to create a better future for us all in its mission to build a fully sustainable energy future on Earth. And if I lose everything in the process because Tesla somehow totally collapses and fails, then the world must have collapsed into a far darker place that I need not worry about my financial investments. Do let me know what you're thinking right now in the comments below. I do read them all, even the ones that make no sense whatsoever. But thanks anyway. So a massive congratulations to Tesla for reaching this huge milestone of the Model Y becoming the world's best-selling car. Hats off to everyone who works at Tesla and for all those that support it. And if you like Tesla content, do take a look at my other videos popping up for you now. Did I mention I've got an amazing new height adjustable desk? I'm Will, this is the Tesla Jigsaw. Thanks so much for your support, I really do appreciate it. Bye for now. That's so cool.